Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So in the next couple of weeks or a month, I am going to do a series of videos on my channel, which are going to be about top 10 for life. They will all be a little bit different, but essentially I'm going to talk about my absolute best and favorite fragrances. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who enjoy these types of videos. There are also some that don't like them or don't understand how you can make, different top 10 every year. To me, it's absolutely logical and it makes sense. My tastes constantly change and evolve. And so my top 10 changes and evolves as well. And it absolutely doesn't mean that I no longer love the fragrances that I talked about last year, but it just means that I have new favorites. To me, it's absolutely logical and it makes sense, but we're all different. So like I said, there will be probably 3 videos in this series. I'm not going to do them in order. I'm going to split them up a little bit, but I am going to talk about my absolute best. And I want to start this series talking about my desert island fragrances. Fragrances that if I knew that I could only take 10 with me and they're going to be forever with me on this deserted island, these are the 10 that I would choose. Now, I'm going to start with my long-time favorite that appeared in many of my top 10 lists. And my love for this fragrance has not subsided at all. It is Dances of the Dragonflies from Nobile 1942. I am still crazy about this fragrance just as much now as I was when I first purchased it. To me, there is something special about it. There's something extra about it. There is something that just makes me feel so good. Essentially, this smells like warm apple pie. That's what it smells like. And it's delicious and it's heartwarming. And like I said, it just puts me in a good mood every single time that I wear it. So this would be an absolute must on a desert island. Second one that I would take with me is Winter Palace from Memo. Love this fragrance as well. There is also something really comforting about this fragrance. And I think, looking at the fragrances that I have chosen, I just realized there are quite a few in here that sort of have this, comforting quality. Probably because I'm going to be alone on this desert island and I definitely want to have fragrances with me that provide some type of comfort. And this is definitely one of those fragrances. This is mostly about tea and orange. There is fresh, juicy orange and there is some kind of sugared orange candy, something like that, like maybe orange marmalade or something like that. And that's mixed with tea. Again, delicious, comforting, beautiful, beautiful scent that I absolutely must have with me. Next fragrance that I will absolutely have to have on the desert island is Virgin Island Water from Creed. I am imagining this desert island as some kind of exotic warm island, and I think this fragrance is an absolute must. It is so refreshing, it is so gorgeous, it just makes me think of an exotic drink like maybe pina colada or something similar to that. And it's doubtful that I will have this drink on that desert island, so at least this fragrance will make me pretend like I'm drinking a pina colada or something similar to that. So there is coconut, there is sugar, there is lime, there is rum in here. It is beautiful, refreshing, delicious. It's like a breath of fresh air on a hot summer day. So this is definitely coming with me. And by the way, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I am going to mention a couple of new fragrances that I don't think you have seen in a haul yet. I mean, it depends how I'm going to release these videos, but I don't think you've seen them yet. One of them is a new acquisition from Electimus, and this is called Imperium. You know, there has been quite a bit of talk about this fragrance in the last, I don't know, 2-3 months or so. And so after I purchased Mercurial Cashmere from this house, I definitely wanted to try more. And this one seemed like the best one that I would like. This was a blind buy, but you know, I was worried about it. So I heard some reviews saying that it's a little bit too masculine. I heard some reviews that said, you know, it's one of the best vanillas out there. So I really didn't know what to think. But I have to say, for me, this was a very, very successful blind buy. And instead of going into the notes of this one, I'm gonna tell you what it smells like, which is, I think, similar to how quite a few people have described it, and I would have to agree with that description, which is going to be a comparison of other known fragrances. If you take, and I'm going to take 2 fragrances from Nishani, if you take Ani and combine it with Hachivat, you're going to get Imperium. It has a very similar vanilla to Ani, but then it has that kind of freshness and fruitiness that is in Hachivat. So when you combine the two, that's what I get. Now, instead of Hachivat, you can take Creed Aventus for him, because I think these two, although I've smelled Aventus really, really long time ago. To be honest, I don't remember exactly how it smells. But, you know, people say that Hachivat and Aventus are very similar. That's why many have compared it to that. So for me, it's Hachivat combined with Ani, which makes this gorgeous. I love this. I don't think it's masculine at all. To me, this is absolutely unisex. This is another fragrance that my husband enjoyed as well. So I think it is definitely unisex, and it is beautiful. It is fresh and it is sweet at the same time, but not bakery sweet. It just has this really beautiful creamy vanilla. So yeah, it's gorgeous, and I love this one. Let's right away go to another new scent that you either have just seen or you will see in upcoming haul. This is my new purchase from Fuegia 1833. And this is Chocoatl, basically chocolate. I'm not going to butcher the name and call it chocolate. I've talked about this fragrance. I reviewed it when I did a house review on Fuegia. And this was one of my favorites, and I did decide to purchase a full bottle. I didn't play around with 30 mils this time. I just went for the full bottle because I knew that I absolutely loved it. And what an unusual and interesting scent this is. Not for everyone. I say this every time that I talk about this house, and I'm gonna say it again. Because these fragrances are quite expensive, I really don't want anyone to purchase it based on my rave reviews and then hate them, because they are, I feel like, they're an acquired taste. They're not for everyone. There will be people who are gonna absolutely fall in love with them like I did. And there will be people who will absolutely hate them and not understand them. So definitely try these fragrances first, but I love this one. This is such an unusual chocolate scent. You know, it's chocolate, but it's not very sweet. There's also, what is in here? Actually, there is no chocolate. There is cacao, rum, vanilla, and vanilla orchid, I think. And it really has more of cacao. I feel like it has a little bit of bitterness to it. It has a little bit of booziness, and it definitely has a lot of greenness, earthiness. You know, that's what I mentioned when I first described it, and it definitely has that. And it really develops on the skin. You know, the longer it sits on the skin, the deeper, the darker, and maybe a little bit sweeter that it gets. But it is so intoxicating. Every time I wear it, I am just absolutely mesmerized by the whiffs that I get from this scent. It is also extremely long lasting. This lasts on me all day, has great projection and leaves great sillage. So performance here is absolutely outstanding. Anyways, this is a gorgeous chocolate scent that's not all that chocolate. Very interesting, very different, and I would definitely recommend exploring this house and definitely trying out this particular fragrance. Well, I can't go to a desert island without taking a few of my gourmands with me, right? And of course, I am not leaving Italica behind. I finally have it. I'm not leaving it. I am taking it with me. It's an absolute must. It's a gorgeous gourmand scent. Again, not for everyone, but for me, I fall more and more in love with it the more that I use it. This is like the most delicious and bougie almond cookie. So beautiful, so delicious, intoxicating, a little bit lactonic, addictive, just beautiful and also very comforting. Love it. Have to have it on a desert island. I am also taking with me a fragrance from Kajal, and I am going to take Dahab. I need some kind of amazing rich fruit explosion, and this is what this fragrance is. This has passion fruit, it has apple, it has spices, it has musk, it has some sweetness. It is gorgeous, it is beastly, it is very summery, very juicy. I would say this fragrance is very, very juicy. If I had to use one word to describe it, that's the word I would use. Amazing, amazing. I've used it a ton last summer and I am not tired of it at all. In fact, really looking forward to warmer days so that I can wear it again. And of course, if I'm on a desert island, well, every day is going to be a warm day, so I can definitely wear this beauty every single day. Another fragrance that I'm definitely taking with me on a desert island is Rose All Dae. And there, again, I can use it as much as I want and as often as I want. I'm assuming I'm there alone without my husband, who hates this fragrance, as we all know by now. Well, he's not there. There are no limits as to how often I can use it. You know, this is one of my absolute favorites, and it's the fragrance that he hates the most out of my entire 200 bottle collection. This is his most hated scent. I still use it, but you know, probably not as much as I would like to if he didn't hate it. So on a desert island, yeah, I'm going nuts with this fragrance, that's for sure. So this is, you know, apple crisp, this is rose, this is brown sugar, this is honey, this is amazing. It's sweet and sour and rich and delicious and absolutely beastly. This fragrance is beastly. I love it. I can't be without it, but you need so little of this fragrance. I keep looking at this bottle and my God, it looks like I haven't used it at all, where in fact, I have used it so much, but you really don't need to spray a lot because like I said, it is really, really beastly. But yeah, this baby is coming with me. Next, I'm also taking with me Angel Share from Kilian. This is again warm, boozy, delicious. Not gonna have alcohol on a desert island, so I need to at least have a fragrance that reminds me of that. So this one has cognac, it has oak, it has cinnamon. It's like this amazing glass of cognac, and there are some cinnamon buns being baked close by. It's just so warming. You know, I can picture this on a chilly night, warming up with this fragrance and, you know, sort of pretending like you're having a glass of some really good cognac. I don't know. That's kind of what it makes me think of. So I think I will definitely need this on a desert island. And the last one is a really comforting, again, warming fragrance that, again, kind of on a chilly night or going to bed, I think will be absolutely perfect. And that is a longtime favorite, Scandal à Paris from Jean-Paul Gaultier. Again, I've had this one for quite a long time and I still absolutely love it. This is a pear, jasmine, and honey. And I don't know if there are any other notes, but these are the main ones. And I get all three of them quite prominently. Beautiful honeyed pear with a bit of jasmine, which, you know, typically jasmine is tricky, but here it works. It doesn't bother me. I do feel it. I do smell it. It is quite prominent, but it just works. The combination of these three notes just works. Amazing, beautiful scent. Again, I will need it to warm up in the evenings or to warm up during the night and kind of be comforted and be cozy. So this is the last fragrance that I'm taking with me on a desert island. So there you go. This was my top 10 that I would take with me. Let me know what would be your top picks that you would take with you on a desert island. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.